that video, or if I've wiped out the video that I was on, or yeah, I've got no idea what's going to happen with that video, whether it even saved it. But at 6 o'clock tonight, I think that's when I was going to publish it. I'll find out. Anyway, just to recap what I've done today in the kitchen, which was chaos. I made the, what do you call them, cauliflower bites. They didn't really go crispy. They went soggy, but that was because I added other stuff. But they're really, really yummy. Oh, yum. And I could have left them in a little bit longer. Okay, that's how much jam I got. And what I use this for, actually I must taste it because I didn't taste it. Yum. Yeah, so I use it on crackers with avocado or crackers with hummus, and I just top it with a little bit of the onion. Yummy. Okay, now the other thing I'm just making here, I'm just finishing cooking up, which was the mulberries. I think I mentioned I put a little bit of Agar Agar in there. I probably should have put some Xanathe Gum in, actually. I think the Agar Agar might turn it into a hard jelly, but that's okay because it probably won't last long in the bowl. I'll probably make it in a tiny bowl. I just want to show you. Just in case. Yeah, I know my kitchen's a mess. It really is. I've got food everywhere. So this was what I made, was the cheese or the pate, and I made little ramekins. And because I think my neighbour's got my other ramekin, that's okay. And I made this one. So when you turn it out upside down, it'll be a little dome. So that'd be really nice at a gathering. Then I did my hummus, which, you know, you all know about my hummus. This one's gone nice and yellow. That's because I actually followed the right recipe. And then, of course, I have the mayonnaise, which it's beautiful. What else did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm doing, of course, this. I'm just warming that up. I think I need a little bit more heat. I'll put this back in the fridge. So, yeah. These is my snacks for the next couple of weeks, a week and a half. I mean, they do last. I mean, you know, just keep them in the fridge and they'll last for ages. Okay. And this is my dinner today. So I'm having the cauliflower. Yeah, so I don't know what happened on the other video. So it may have Karen and I having a little conversation at the end. I don't know if I can delete that. If anyone knows on YouTube, if I can delete part of the live, if that's possible, and you've got us chatting away about stuff that probably shouldn't be aired, can you let me know? That'd be really good. Thank you. Okay. All right. This is coming to the board. Yeah, I've put my trackies. Hang on, can't see him. Yeah, I've got my jammy pants on because I went and had a lie down and chatted to Karen when it cut out, and I've only just got back, so it's hours later. We can be on the phone sometimes 2 or 3 hours. It's anyway. So I might make a cup of tea. This is boiling nicely. I don't know what to put it in. What do I put? What does one put such a thing in? what have I got? Just about this plate. I've got a plate with a nice deep sort of thing, which I could put it on, then sprinkle that over. That's what I'll do. I'll do that. I have got a ton of washing up. I'm really tired. Yeah. Hey, have you followed my other things? When I was talking about, let me see, hang on, I've got this written down, so I can just quickly have a look. Put glasses back on. Yeah, and we were talking about always saying what you mean and mean what you say, and because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. And I was, thinking about that, and, I was telling you about how people want to treat you, or people like to be treated. And there was another thing about that I really found interesting when, going through a few other things that other people were saying. And oh, that looks really nice and yummy. And it was, so talking about the other person this time, not so much you, how they feel about you is how they treat you. So that was interesting. And yeah, it does invoke a lot of questions and a lot of thoughts in your mind, because when someone is treating you nasty, or when someone is being, hurtful or disingenuous, or yeah, just spiteful, hurtful, there's so many different words, you know what I'm talking about. How do they feel about you if they're treating you in that way? And that was a very interesting, it caused me to stop and ponder. Where are you going there? Oh, it's going really good. I just might test this. That's pretty good. This recipe calls for a little bit of sweetness, but I think because what I'm using is gluten-free Scotch finger biscuits rather than making my own, sorry, I'm just losing words here. I'm tired now, so that's also coming into the equation. Yeah, so these are Scotch finger gluten-free biscuits. Instead of making my own crumble, I've used this biscuit. Thank you, Alan. Alan is my dad. He's my Clayton's dad, the dad that I'm having when I'm not having a dad. He suggested last night, we were talking about crumble, and he said, why not use biscuits? And I thought, oh, that's great, I don't have to make my own crumble. And I could make my crumble, it's quite easy, using a bit of butter and some gluten-free flour and a bit of sugar. But I thought, I don't want to, I'm lazy, I really don't. So I'm going to use the packeted ones. All right, so anyway, back to the thing. Yeah, so that was raising that question. And if you've read, if you've looked at my other videos, I was talking about those things, about how other people treat you and how you treat people and how you would like to be remembered. And if when you look back at life you haven't been, really nice, well, that's how people are going to remember you. And even if you do to try to change, or you do change, I'm like, usually once, we recognize that we have a problem, or we're a problem person, we change what we're doing, and we change the way we're acting and being and talking and dealing with situations. And so we can change. We always can change. But we have to choose to change. And But the people who you've already treated in such a way will always remember you as being that person, even though they want to trust that you have changed. So don't be surprised if that doesn't happen. But anyway, when I read this one about how they feel about you is how they treat you, that put a whole new layer of contemplation onto that that reasoning, you know, that way of thinking, which was truly, I mean, yeah, you could just sit down with people and just discuss it. I mean, you could be sitting there for hours, especially if you have a glass of wine and discussing that. Okay, that was good. Wash that. So, because I've got the Agar Agar in there, that was slightly turned to jelly. Should have used Xanathe Gum, but you know, I've got plenty in the freezer, so that will be good. I'm going to pop it on this plate now. Mulberry crumble for one, and I'll eat this over a succession of sittings, I'm sure. Okay, and there's a little bit of the juice, so the juice will go on. Okay, you know, I have got so much washing up here. Okay. Right, and then the crumble. Okay. Absolutely beautiful. How they treat you. Yes, how they see you. How they see you is how they treat you. I don't know. Yeah, that's really interesting, isn't it? Anyway. Yum, that looks divine. Okay. Mulberry crumble for one, but it could be for two or three, maybe four. You could probably, yeah, four with that. Well, that was good. I really appreciated that. I'm going to have a little taste. What did I do with the spoon? I hope it's not too hot. It may be too hot. Whoops. Oh, the plate's hot. Yeah, well, that's pretty amazing. Put it down, put it down. And I've got this to eat too, so this is my dinner. So that was pretty successful. Doesn't always go to plan. Sometimes I have such a problem with all this. Oh, look, I've got no lipstick on. Yeah, that's because I've eaten it off. I've been chatting on the phone, talking about things, and it's been really, really good. I'm finally getting somewhere with finding the right people, connecting with the right people that are going to help me with my getting some assessments done on how my brain's going and how I'm healing. Oh look, I've got that jammer shirt. Yeah, because I've been lying down. So anyway, that was it. I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to go on. This is not going to be a long one because you know, you just had an hour of me leaping around in the kitchen. That's if it downloaded. I don't know. I've got my little flower, or my huge flower, out of the garden, and I'll just pop that up there. Apparently you can eat hibiscus. You can eat the petals, not so much the stem or anything, but apparently hibiscus you can eat, as well as nasturtiums. Nasturtiums you can eat, and you can just pick off this little tip and then suck it and get the honey out. I mean, I try to leave it for the bees, but yeah, sometimes I tend to want to have them myself. And some of these are already the bees have got, because you can taste it and there's not much honey in. Others, there's a lot of honey in. All right, I am going to go and eat this and then have another cuppa. Thanks for the recipe, Ray. I appreciate it, darling. That was that's a keeper, and I may, you know, sort of do a few things to it. I think it's, I mean, mine's bogged down in stuff. It really didn't, I mean, that's not going to crisp up. Probably put too much oil in, too much wet stuff. I think just a sprinkling of stuff would have been fine. But as it is, yeah, I mean, even though it's not supposed to be all globby and wet. It's pretty good. All right. Blessings to you all. Yeah, try to find something nice to think about, and you know, just if you got nothing good to say, don't say anything at all, or just shout it from the rooftops. I mean, geez, you know, everyone needs a wake-up call sometimes. All right, ciao for now. Bye.